Nest Seeds. It's Netta from Netta's Nest, Florida Zone 10A. I have a seed haul. Well, not this right here. These are just some tomato seeds that I like, and I'm saving those, and I'm gonna get those right. But I ordered a lot of dwarf tomatoes. I want to fill one of my green socks up with dwarf tomatoes, and so dwarf tomatoes, and I think they're called tiny micro tomatoes. So I'm gonna try to get that going probably later on, and probably about mid-March, so that they can be March, April, May, June. Maybe I'm probably need to do it in April. But anyhow, I need for them to just cruise through the summertime, because we all know that Florida summers is not the space to grow tomatoes. We just can't grow much in the summer. And tomatoes, even though in most places tomatoes are a summer crop, but not here in Florida. Tomatoes thrive and do so very well late fall, our version of winter, and early spring. And like today, I was already taking out some of my tomatoes because I already know that it's going to be March is going to, the pest pressure is building, and it's just not worth the battle. So you just kind of start all over again. Why did Bayou Stream stop? She must be popping back up on in a little bit. Okay. So anywho, I picked up quite a few tomatoes, and I think only one of the packets that the name wasn't on it. But first off, my mama sent me some pigeon peas, which I'm so excited about. I'm going to try to grow them again. I've tried several times, but I was watching Jira, and she says they must be kept warm to germinate. And I have no problem with that. It says germination in 10 to 15 days. It is preferred to direct sow after danger of frost because they are sensitive to transplant shock. I'm going to try to put them, well, that's how I've been trying to grow them in the, in a little cup. So maybe I just need to put them, just direct sow them outside. I need to find a spot to go in. Pigeon peas are, I'll probably put like a little picture right here. But pigeon peas is like a little tree. I think it gets about 6 or 7 feet high, and I think they have another name for grandulas. You know, everything has a different name, depends on what part of the country you're in. So I do have these tomatoes, but I'm only one of them I don't have the name of. But this is Woodlands Creations, and from them I just got to show you the packaging, how the little seeds came. And I thought this was the cutest thing right here. I got it upside down. Like a little seed thing. And then if you lift it up, it tells you what seed it is. And this is the Fat Frog Micro Dwarf Tomato. I thought that was just unique. And this is the Ink Spot Micro Dwarf Tomato. This tomato is like a black tomato, I believe. And this Fat Frog Micro Dwarf is just like a little green tomato. But I'll try to post the pictures up. They'll be up there for most of them. So I got these from Woodlands Creations. It's on Etsy. And I only bought seeds that were free shipping. I had 2 carriers that canceled my order because I didn't buy $10 or more. 2 people did that, but that was fine. But I'm excited about getting these in. One is a cherry tomato, and the other one is a average size tomato. The next one I have is from The Need for Seed. And it looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I bought 5 from them. And they were all free shipping, like I told you. And they all have like little pictures of them, which I'll try to put. I'll try to put pictures of that. That's not going to be big enough. I'll put pictures up also. But the first one I have is a Dwarf Malate. And this one was a gift. Dwarf Malate. And I don't know anything about these dwarf tomatoes. Well, I just want to try them out. But it's like what color was that tomato? Let me pull it up here. So I have here the Dwarf Malate tomato is good producing and very tasty. It's a chocolatey brown color with fruit. Weighs up to about 10 ounces. You get about 5 to 8 tomatoes per plant. It says it gets about 3 feet tall. Usually sweet with a rich, complex flavor. Texture is excellent, especially on a sandwich. Fruit begins to ripen about 75 days after transplant. Says it does well in larger containers or a small garden. Perfect as a snack for garnish, cooking, slices, you name it. So I'm going to see how that's going to turn out. It's called the Dwarf Malate. I'll put a picture up probably right here. So I have Dwarf's Susie Beauty 2024. I guess it gets about to 5 to 8 ounces. So it's probably one of the they're a smaller tomato. Slightly oblong, bright yellow color with red stripes. The flesh is yellow with a hint of blush. It says its flavor is distinctive, assertive, and well balanced. I don't know what the hell that means. All I want to know if this is the acidity. Is it salty tasting, or do I need to add salt, or is it sweet and fruity? So I guess this is an actual family. The Beauty family originated from a cross made by Vincent Lavallo between Dwarf Tomato Project Relief, the Dwarf Wild Fred, and the intermediate variety Beauty King. And it was selected and named by Susan Oliverson. So maybe that's why it's called Dwarf. Susie's Beauty, the Beauty family, and this Susan chick. So that's that. So that's another dwarf tomato. It's gonna be yellow and orange with stripes. Well, this one is a beauty. Dwarf Chocolate Heartthrob. Heartthrob. It's pretty. It's looks like something I already have in the garden. It's red with some green stripes on it. Nice thick shoulders. Interesting. Chocolate are prolific. The fruit sizes are about 10 ounces. Strong, and it's a heart shape, which it is heart shape. Rich mahogany chocolate in color and nearly metallic looking with green stripes. The interior is a rich burgundy crimson and well balanced, very delicious and classic tomatoey flavor. What's a tomatoey flavor? That's going to be interesting. So the Chocolate Heartthrob is a second release from the promising, colorful Dwarf Tomato Project. So I guess, they're just, this tomato project is really getting off the ground. But this is a beautiful tomato. It's so rich looking in the heart shape. It's pretty. Yeah, let's see what. Sorry. Hey, first let's talk about dwarf tomatoes. They talk about this new, I guess, dwarf tomato project, but AI says that dwarf tomatoes are a variety of tomato plant that are short in stature but produce a large amount of fruit. They are a good choice for home gardens because they don't require much support and save space. Dwarf tomatoes are short and stocky, usually grow about 1 to 2 feet tall or 3. They don't need to be caged or trellised. They don't need to be pruned, but some varieties may benefit from staking. They produce fruit over a long period of time. Examples of dwarf tomatoes are dwarf round robin or dwarf intermediate. So, dwarf round robin, a dark red globe-shaped tomato with green stalk. We don't need to know all that. So just for selling. So dwarf and what's that? What the? Oh, so they're talking about the intermediate tomatoes. They may benefit for staking because they can become top heavy, producing so much fruit. So this next variety that I have is the dwarf Radiline, Radilinee. And this is a beautiful, beautiful dark burgundy rust colored tomato. Oh, that's pretty. Put the picture up there for you guys. Let's see what they say about this beauty. Nobody's talking too much about it. There's no deets on it that I can find here on AI. Oh, I got this spasm in my shoulders driving me nuts. Nasties. Oh, here we go. There's on here, Renaissance Farms, Seeds of Love. He has all the tomatoes. So he has information here about the Radilinee. A huge hit for us, blah, blah, blah. It's about 3.5 feet tall. About 10 ounces. It's a slicer. Has a beautiful marbling of greens and pinks. Tastes rich, sweeter, and juicy. Will do excellent in big containers. So that one's sweet. I'm not worried about what my dwarf tomatoes taste like. I know my regular tomatoes that I like to grow, I like them to be a little bit more acidic and less sweet. But this is just going to be a fun project for me. Next up, I have the dwarf, and this is the last one in this package. This is the dwarf chili chick wonder. And they gave me a couple seeds in here. So this is a pretty big tomato for a dwarf tomato. This bad boy can go anywhere from 6 ounces to a pound. Looks like it's from Australia. It's a cross between a new big dwarf and a mortgage lifter pasta strain. I like mortgage lifters. Mortgage lifters and that pink German pink. That was a good one. This is not yet part of the Dwarf Tomato Project, but we are thrilled to exclusively give Chili Chicks Wonder its worldwide debut. Oh, wow. This is a huge tomato. It's beautiful. Beautiful and red. The inside looks good. It's not. It's very meaty. Looks nice and juicy. It's going to be a beautiful slicer. Yeah, I'm going to like that one. And all those seeds were from The Need for Seed. So check them out. The Need for Seed is on Etsy. Alrighty, the next one I have is Carolina's Paradise. I think I only got like 2 from her though. I misspoke. I got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the first one is Dwarf Purple Rain Tomato. Now this Dwarf Purple Rain tomato reminds me of Black Creme, Cherokee Purple. It says very smooth and crack free. Has superb flavor. And, somebody else says it reminds them of the Black Creme. So they're very sweet. I've noticed that these darker tomatoes, they're sweet. So that old saying, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. A lot of these dark tomatoes have been sweet. I can't wait. I think I got a Paul Robeson over here I want to try. Hopefully that was not sweet, but I heard that one's smoky. But anyhow, let me get back on track with these dwarf tomatoes. Gives about 6 to 12 ounces. It has beautiful thick foliage. Gets about 3 feet tall. Probably want to stake it up. It can get heavy. It takes about 7 days to transplant. 7 days to harvest after it's been transplanted. So you know that transplant means that you're already putting a tomato in the ground that's already about 2 months to 3 months old, that is about a foot tall. So they do well in containers. Category is a black tomato. It's a dwarf tomato. Indeterminate. Good for slicing. It's going to be one of those darker tomatoes with those hues of greens and reds in the inside. It's going to be beautiful. It's a slicing tomato. These people here said it's the prettiest black colored dwarf tomato they've ever grown. I'm intrigued that it's crack free because I was told you'll know a Cherokee Purple and a Paul Robeson because they always the shoulders always crack. Let's see what we have next. I have a Dwarf Summertime Gold Tomato. I think that looks like a little orange hat, but then again, it probably looks like that. No, it don't. Hold on, I'll tell you what it looks like. So AI is letting me know that this is a potato leaf. It has one of those dwarf tomatoes that will have a tomato leaf, but I thought when it looks like it have a tomato leaf, it's part of the beefsteak family. So this is a beautiful golden yellow tomato. Looks like it's going to be one of those mediums. It says very yellow, pale yellow with peak hues. The flavor is well balanced and sweet with a variety. And the variety says prolific. Takes about 80 days to harvest after transplant. And now repeat, transplanted tomatoes are usually 2, almost 3 months old. They're weeks old, and they're already like a foot tall and ready to be planted. So Summertime Gold is a potato leaf dwarf variety that produces oblate medium fruit that ripen to very pale yellow with a pink blush. That's going to be interesting too. I have something already that kind of looks like this. That's pretty though. Just matter of fact, I picked it today. Very similar. Very similar. Let's see what else we have. My next one is Dwarf Mint Streak Tomato. Oh, what a beauty. Dwarf Mint Streak Tomato. This is a little baby one too. Probably fits about in the palm of your hand. It's probably about that yay big around. It's yellow with green stripes. It kind of reminds me of that green sausage tomato. It is beautiful though. No wonder why I picked this one. It's small though. It's like a cherry tomato. Anywho, we're gonna eat it just as well. Takes about 70 days to harvest. It's compact, reaching about 2 feet tall. Regular shaped leaves. Fruit are borne in clusters of 4 to 6 tomatoes and range in weight from 2 to 5 ounces. They have an elongated globe shape and are light and dark green striped in color with varying degrees of amber blush and green flesh. Oh, slightly tart finish. I hope they taste tart in flavor. That's going to be delicious. Oh, I can't wait to try that one. Let's see what this next one is. I got a Dwarf Barossa Moon. So this one is a micro dwarf tomato. This is like a little cherry tomato. It has huge leaves like a tomato bush. I mean a potato bush. It says they produce a lot, about 2 to 4 ounces, ivory colored fruit that range from a round to oval shape, mildly sweet and pleasant flavor, whatever that means. It's gonna be like it's really good. It looks like it just looks like a yellow tomato. I thought it looked more like the champagne bubbles. My champagne bubbles out there are so cute. I gotta scratch my back. Oh gosh, I've been scratching my back all day. I'll just scrub the hell out of it when I get in the shower. You know, and that's the Dwarf Barossa Moon, Barossa. That's a nice one. The next one is, and the last one for this company here is Dwarf Fred's tie-dye tomato. This one looks like one of the other ones that we just had. That chocolate heartthrob. This one looks like that. This is another chocolate tomato. Ooh, look at the inside of it. It is beautiful. Interesting. 75 days to harvest. Regular leaf. Fred's tie-dyes are among the taller growing dwarf tomatoes. So if this is taller, they're getting anywhere from 2 to 3 feet tall. I wonder how tall this one's going to be. It says they're vigorous in production. Fruit size is medium to large. 5 to 6 ounces. Round purple. Jagged golden green stripes. With a deep crimson flesh of black tomatoes. So this flavor is intense too. I wonder if it's just sweet. This one's a part. Mostly all of these are part of this dwarf tomato project. But that's a beauty. You should see a picture of it. The outside is gorgeous. Alrighty, and that is it for this company. Was Carolina's Paradise, and she's on Etsy. She has lots of dwarf tomatoes, and she has free shipping. And I think that was a reasonable price I paid for those. Looks like I'm getting anywhere from 7 and 10 seeds per package. This one is Seeds of Mines Garden, and I don't know what's in here. Oh, I just got one from them. And this was I got 2 of them. This was the Groovy Tunes. And Dora Red. Let's see what this looks like. My puppies are over there snoring. Nugget finally went to sleep. His medicine, we thought he would have been asleep, but he just finally went to sleep. He's snoring. Anyhow, the Dwarf Groovy Tunes tomato refers to a specific variety of small compact, this is per AI on here, compact tomatoes called Groovy Tunes, which is considered a micro dwarf tomato, meaning it stays short and can be grown in small pots. It has a striking purple fruit stripes on it. It's a pretty little tomato. So no, purple fruits streaked with green stripes. Chartreuse, that's a new word. Chartreuse colored leaves. It's known for its unique appearance and good flavor, making it a popular choice for container gardening and patio balconies. Micro dwarf, well balanced, don't tell you what size, but it must be like a little cherry tomato. So that's going to be interesting. And then, and that one was the Dwarf Groovy Tomato. And the second one is, let's get this open here. I don't know what they were doing, how they got it. Dora Red. Now, isn't she lovely? She's one of those little small compact tomatoes, the Dora Red tomato. Yeah, it's just your basic cherry tomatoes, just in a small version of it. It's pretty. Oh yeah, and it's prolific. Good grief. Oh yeah, it's gonna be plenty of tomatoes, and it comes to like a little point too, like Not like the heart shape, but looks like an actual heart. How the heart comes to the little point. But this says it weighs up to a half. Oh, they're small. They're about a quarter size. So that's gonna be a prolific harvest. That's gonna be interesting when they all get in the green stock. But this is from Seeds of Mine's garden, and this individual is on Etsy also. So far, I only got one person gave me a free gift, and these two I got. They didn't have an Etsy name. They just have their name and their address, and I don't know how appropriate that is for me to talk about it. But this is the Indigo Rose tomato. Indigo Rose is a cherry tomato, one of those black blue hues with green stripes. So this says it's a large cherry tomato, maturity 75 days, full sun, weighs 1 to 2 ounces. Start indoors 5 to 6 weeks before your last frost. This is grown in Michigan. I think I only had 2 of them that were pretty much in the South. But all these are getting ready to be planted. And this place right here, it just only had their name on it also. So this one was the Antho Pink Panther. Now that tomato surely reminds me of the green sausage tomato, but in a micro version. It's gonna be interesting. I hope they're good. It says one of the most exotic looking fruits in the garden. Rare compact dwarf variety, showstopper setting, a very heavy amount of gorgeous elongated fruits that are speckled. Wow, beautiful, mesmerizing, hues of black. Plants offer, this is determinate. So it's going to throw all of its fruit and just only give you sporadic ones, about 3 foot tall. So, determined. I think that's my only determinate tomato. Antho, Antho, Pink Panther. So this is going to be exciting. So the green stock is you can plant about 30 plants. And I think this is that's going to be strictly just a green stock, a dwarf tomato green stock, that one. I have one out there that's strictly just peppers. And I think this other one over here, next season, I'm just going to put carrots in there because I thought I wasn't going to plant carrots in there anymore, but the carrots were beautiful that came out. So that is it, guys. That was nice. That is what's coming up for my late spring, early summer tomato haul that I'll be putting out to have nice dwarf tomatoes for early fall. Well, just planning ahead. Well, guys, I just want to say thank you for coming into my home, and thank you for inviting me into your home, Nesties. I'll see you next time. Happy gardening.